So this is my Fabio Wardley for Daniel Dubois bottom preview and bottom predictions for the big, massive domestic heavyweight title bout between Wardley and Daniel Dubois for the WBO World Heavyweight title. But we'll start off with the undercard fights, and starting off with Khalil Majid as he takes a big step up against Davin Quinn. 10-round contest in the super lightweight division. Obviously, we all know about Davin Quinn, don't we? We all know about him. He is an orthodox, all-action fighter, so relentless. Obviously, in his recent fights, lost and true to Cameron Vaughn, where for me, I thought Davin Quinn was robbed in both fights. For me, was robbed of a win in both fights, in my personal opinion. He's obviously got stopped by Mark Champion, and he's also won the British, Commonwealth and European titles. While Khalil Majid is obviously similar to Cameron Vaughn, obviously an upcoming prospect, obviously rangy fighter, very good with his timing, very good at boxing on the back foot. His best win so far was against Alice Murphy, and obviously, most notably, he lost to Dalton Smith in the amateurs, did Khalil Majid. And see, for this one, I feel Davin Quinn's going to get robbed again. I feel Davin Quinn is going to get robbed by the judges. I just think this is a big step up for Majid. Going up against Davin Quinn, done it once. He is a gatekeeper now, isn't he? He is a gatekeeper for these prospects. But tell you what, he's a fucking dangerous gatekeeper, isn't he? Like, at the moment, we haven't seen Cameron Vaughn, have we? We haven't seen Cameron Vaughn again, have we? After Cameron Vaughn obviously got gifted the decisions against Davin Quinn. So we haven't seen him again. And obviously, it always seems to be that thing where prospects can't use on in terms of Matchroom and Queensberry shows. This seems to be like that, doesn't it? I think Mad's timing will be key in this fight, because he will time his punches whenever Davin Quinn does step in. But with Davin Quinn's style, that can fool the judges as well, can't it? So I don't think Majid bottom the back foot is actually not a good idea at all. I don't think it is a good idea at all against Davin Quinn. But I just got this feeling that Davin Quinn will get robbed again by the judges. So I'm actually going to go for a draw. I am going to go for a draw just because it's Majid's first step up. I don't know how he's going to box against Davin Quinn. So unpredictable. And it'll either be too good for Davin Quinn, then we can all say fair play to him. He did what he's supposed to do, unlike Cameron Vaughn, who had to be gifted the 2 decisions. Or Majid will be falling in the Cameron Vaughn situation where he just found out, but he then just gifted a decision. So I actually think it'll be a draw. I think Davin Quinn will cause a lot of problems for Majid. And Davin Quinn causes everyone a lot of problems, doesn't he? Let's be real. Been around the boxing game for quite a long time as well. And up next, we got Ian Cameron versus Bradley Way. 10-round contest in the light heavyweight division. And obviously, Ian Cameron likes to fight at a steady pace, doesn't he? Very effective when he fights on the inside. That's his best work. He's got an effective jab. Very accurate. Lots of split decision to Yenden Arthur. Obviously, true with Ben Whitaker. Oh, sorry, no. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. He true with Ben Whitaker in the first fight. When really, I think Cameron should have been gifted. I think Cameron should have got the decision in that one, in my opinion. As Ben Whitaker kind of swallowed it, that fight, didn't he? Kind of swallowed it by going over the walls. But then Ian Cameron was leaning on him, to be fair. But obviously Ian Cameron did get stopped in the rematch by Ben Whitaker in quite destructive style. And Ian Cameron got gifted the decision against Troy Jones. Again, I thought Troy Jones won that fight for me. I thought Troy Jones won that fight against Ian Cameron. I didn't think, before the Ian Cameron fight, I didn't think Troy Jones was a George Ross at all. But he completely changed his style in the fight against Ian Cameron. And Troy Jones, for me, was robbed, in my opinion. But again, I think it was just one of them. I think it was just one of them where Ian Cameron obviously just signed, didn't he? Just signed between Spurs. So it's just like, well, we can't dip him, we can't put him to use, sort of thing. One of them. While Paddy Way, who's technically skilled, got very good job, good footwork, good versatility, can box on the back foot and front foot as well, which makes him quite unpredictable. And this is why I think he will be a favourite in this fight than Ian Cameron. Obviously, former hooping champion, lost to Tyler Denny at middleweight, but obviously that wasn't the weight division for Paddy Way, was it? That wasn't the weight division for him. Obviously, he's now moved up to light heavyweight, which we've seen most of his recent fights. And obviously, he lost to Lyndon Arthur in a very close fight. Lyndon Arthur definitely deserved to win the fight, but it's a very close fight with Lyndon Arthur. Ironically, both of these fighters went close against Lyndon Arthur. Ironically. But in terms of my prediction for this one, I just think Paddy Way's versatility would be too much for Ian Cameron to try and figure out, in my opinion. Because Paddy Way's got good footwork, which is going to be key. Then Ian Cameron, that's what will beat Ian Cameron, in my opinion. And Paddy Way's got the technical skills as well. So I think Paddy Way will win this fight on points against Ian Cameron. Up next, we've got Jack Rafferty versus Ed Westman. 10-round contest in the super lightweight division. Quite interesting that Ed Westman's now took a step down from 147 and he's lost 7 pounds to fight at 140. Which will definitely suit his stamina, because the key trace for Ed Westman is the stamina, him being relentless, very strong in the later rounds as well, which obviously presses opponents down. The only concern is that was at 147. How is he going to cope with that step down to 140? In my opinion, I just don't think he will. I think Rafferty's a huge favourite because of that. Echo Westman's obviously beat Josh Taylor. Obviously, it was a car cast of Josh Taylor, let's be real. It wasn't Josh Taylor in his prime that Echo Westman beat. Not trying to take away from Echo Westman, still have to beat who's in front of you. But it was a car cast of Josh Taylor. Obviously, he got stopped by Jack Tatwell. Again, that was a very close fight, wasn't it? Very close fight. But a good stoppage from Jack Tatwell. Obviously, that was Jack Tatwell with his U trainer, Boots Ennis' trainer. Obviously, Ed Westman has also lost to Harry Stark, where he just got completely outboxed, didn't he, by Harry Stark. Obviously, he stopped Owen Cooper, and he's beaten Chris Tondo as well. But yeah, the massive concerns for me for Ed Westman is just stepping down to 140 from 147, using that 7 pounds as well. It may, the thing is, it may suit his stamina and may suit his key assets, but it's some depth news to step down from 147 to 140. While Jack Rafferty is an orthodox fighter, got a good effective jab, good hooks as well, good uppercuts as well. Jack Rafferty, he can fight on the back and front foot as well. Jack Rafferty. That's what makes him so good. He did tour with Mark Champion in one of them Fight of the Year contests against Mark Champion. And of course, He's now a former British and Commonwealth champion. I think he's 38 the belts now, and I think disappointing for Chap Rafferty. I think it's like a bit of a world level gatekeeper, isn't it? I think Chap Rafferty now wants to fight for the Hooping belt, whether it's for the Hooping belt or get a world title in it. So I think that's what's next for Rafferty. That's why he's probably chosen this opponent. But yeah, I think Chap Rafferty will win on points. I think he's more natural. I think he's more natural to the super lightweight. I just think that step down for Eto Esserman from welterweight to super lightweight, them using them £7 will take it out of Esserman for me in this fight. I might be wrong. I might be proven wrong. He might have hit the jackpot, Eto Esserman, by stepping down. He shouldn't be ruled out. But Chap Rafferty is more natural at the weight, and Eto Esserman's obviously going to use them pounds, which I think will take a lot out of him in the fight. So I think Chap Rafferty will win on points. And the tournament event, we've got Gerard Anderson, who takes on Solomon Deathheads. Gerard Anderson obviously has now signed a deal with Queensbury. He's still staying the top one as well. So basically, it's a top one Queensbury deal where Bob Allen and Frank Warren and George Warren will promote him. Just whichever platform he decides to fight on, basically. And obviously, it's going to be interesting to see Gerard Anderson in the UK, isn't it? Obviously, first time we'll probably see him in like a UK time range, because in most of his fights we had to obviously get up early in the morning, didn't we? Because obviously with him being from America. But yeah, it's the return, isn't it, of Gerard Anderson? Of course, he got KO'd by Martin Vettori over in that Saudi card over in America. It was the 12th Madrock card, wasn't it? In terms of what Gerard Anderson's strengths are, he is a Swiss hitter. He can switch from southpaw to orthodox. Gerard Anderson, he's got that Swiss hitting ability. He's got that efficiency as well. The only concern is after that destroying defeat to Martin Vettori, after he got knocked out, has his punch resistance done for Gerard Anderson? I think that's a key question. As for Solomon Deathheads, he's in this level, isn't he? Let's be real. He's in this level. I don't think he's even British level. He's definitely in this level, in my opinion. Which makes Gerard Anderson a huge favourite in this fight. Gerard Anderson should do the job, in my opinion. But some Deathheads, he got stopped by David Adjaye. He obviously beat Webster, didn't he? He beat Michael Webster in the first fight, but for me, Michael Webster was robbed in that fight. I thought he was robbed in that fight, but I do think that was because some Deathheads made Michael Webster look good, to be honest with you, because as we saw in the rematch, some Deathheads eventually finally get his hands done, and he stopped Michael Webster. I think it was like in the 7th round or something like that in the rematch. But again, some Deathheads, for me, he is so reluctant to get his hands done, and it's funny what happens when you get your hands done, isn't it? And I actually think if he gets his hands done here, I think he might cause Anderson a few problems here. As much as I do think Deathheads is in this level, because we don't know where Gerard Anderson is at, do we? In terms of mentally, in terms of where he's at now. After that defeat of Vettori. And, I mean, Deathhead's definitely got the power and the agility, especially if he can get his hands done. I don't know why he's so reluctant to get his hands done, in my opinion. I don't know why he's so reluctant to get his hands done. And for me, it's not his defence. The only problem for Deathhead is his defence is so poor. And I think that's where Gerard Anderson will get joy, in my opinion. I've been disappointed for Solomon Deathheads. I think Solomon Deathheads was picked because it's to make Gerard Anderson look good, basically. Yeah, make Gerard Anderson look good. Try and get Gerard Anderson a statement win. if Gerald Anderson can get a statement win, I don't think it will be a statement if he beats Dirt, with all due respect. If he stops Dirtes or if he beats him on points, it's not a statement for me. Gerald Anderson should be stopping some Dirtes, in my opinion, especially with Gerald Anderson's background as well. But yeah, I do think Gerald Anderson will win. Obviously, I think Gerald Anderson will definitely win this fight. Got more skills than some Dirtes. And it's all about how he wins for me, for Gerald Anderson. It's how he wins. I think he'll either win by stoppage or win on points, in my opinion. In my personal opinion on that one. Now we're on to the main event. This is an absolute British cracker, isn't it, for the World Heavyweight title between Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois. Obviously, both of them are former British and Commonwealth champions, aren't they? Both of them, well, Daniel Dubois, a former IBF champion. Obviously, Daniel Dubois got KO'd twice by Arsen Arutsid, which is not shaming that for me. Daniel Dubois has also KO'd Anthony Joshua, which is definitely his best win for me. The way demolished Anthony Joshua in that fight. Stopped it, heard of it, which is again another dud victory for him. Stopped Jamel Miller, yeah, well, anyone can stop Jamel Miller, let's be real. He did stop Kevin Ureña, obviously earlier on in his career, but for me, he was very lucky not to get beat in that fight. Kevin Ureña bottled it for me. Kevin Ureña bottled that fight. Kevin Ureña, I think he knocked Dubois down 3 times and he didn't pounce on it. He bottled it. Kevin Ureña bottled it. Funny how things change. That is a what-if scenario, isn't it? What if Kevin Ureña would have beaten Daniel Dubois? Then Daniel Dubois wouldn't face Arsen Arutsid, would he? You can say, Daniel Dubois was injured in that fight. But it just tells you, doesn't it, that an injured Daniel Dubois beat Kevin Ureña. And by the way, an injured Jones Toy also beat Kevin Ureña as well. Which tells you everything about Kevin Ureña as a boxer, that he gets beat off injured fighters. Just tells you everything. But yeah, Daniel Dubois, he's got very good straight power punches. Obviously got a very good jab. Obviously, he has to fight as the aggressor, doesn't he? Can also cut off the win, just like Fabio Wardley. Both of these fighters can cut off the win, which is going to make it quite interesting, isn't it? Daniel Dubois got a huge opportunity to become a 2-time world champion, as well. For his young age, he's still young as well, isn't he? Daniel Dubois still at good age. Daniel Dubois, he's still at good age as well, and I think he is part of the future of the heavyweight division. How we do? He's only off to Arutsid, hasn't he? Which is no shame in that. Wow, Fabio Wardley is the current WBO champion. Wow, what a journey he's had. What a journey Fabio Wardley's had. Massive credit to him. Of course, stopping David Adjaye, stopping Fraser Clark, obviously in the rematch. Obviously, the first fight with Fraser Clark was a split decision draw. He KO'd Shostakuni when he was using probably every round in that fight. Then Shostakuni, he was then outboxed by Shostakuni. Then he found a miracle knockout and Shostakuni, and he stopped Joseph Parker. As well. It's like the finish of Fabio Wardley just gets better and better, isn't he? Getting better and better every fight. But the Joseph Parker win was the one for me. That was the one for me where we saw the rise of Fabio Wardley, where we need to take Fabio Wardley. We need to take Fabio Wardley seriously now, because David Adjaye, that was different tough, wasn't it? Yeah, who you thought would win that fight, but you would probably thought Wardley would win that fight. But I definitely predicted Wardley to win that fight. Fraser Clark, with Fraser Clark's background, everyone expected Fraser Clark to beat Wardley. Shostakuni, to be fair, I think everyone predicted Wardley to beat Hooney. I did as well, but I didn't expect him to get outboxed by Hooney, and he did, to find that KO. I obviously predicted Parker to beat Wardley, with where Parker was at in his career, and that was the statement, wasn't it, for Wardley? That was the statement, and what a journey he's had, especially the evolution from the white collar background as well. That he keeps mentioning, and with the way Wardley fights, he's got that high intensity style, the speed and output. I think he's got better movement than Daniel Dubois. I think he's got better athleticism than Daniel Dubois in terms of you look at the weight of both of them, which is going to be key in this fight. And I actually think that's going to be key. That's going to be massive for Fabio Wardley, the athleticism, especially towards the second half of the fight. And he's got that explosive power, just a bit like Dubois, so that finishing ability as well. He's got that finishing ability as well. And then, like I said earlier, like down Dubois, he can cut off the win as well. So it's going to be the battle of who can cut off the win. And Fabio Wardley's got that never say he's got that never say die attitude as well, which is a massive worry for Daniel Dubois, in my opinion. The thing is, I see Daniel Dubois starting quick in this fight. I think Dubois will be the more quicker starter, while Fabio Wardley will be the more dangerous fighter in terms of the second half of the fight. So I think Daniel Dubois will have joy in the first half of the fight. That's where he comes off strong. Well, when we saw this stage here. Obviously not against Usyk, because Usyk is fucking just levels above everyone in the heavyweight division. And Fabio Wardley, Fabio Wardley could start quick as well. It could be a quick start to this fight, actually, couldn't it? Both of them could land early as well. Someone's getting stopped in this fight. Well, I wouldn't say stopped. I say one fighter is going to stop the other opponent, while the other opponent's best chance is knocking out the opponent. So for me, Daniel Dubois, his best chance of winning is knocking Fabio Wardley out. Fabio Wardley's best chance of winning is stopping Daniel Dubois. If it goes to points, who fucking knows? Who knows who will win? I say if it does a point, I do think Wardley would get the points decision personally. I just think Daniel Dubois doesn't do enough for me to win a fight on points, in my opinion. And and at the end of the day, he's a knockout fighter, isn't he? That's what he is. His style is to knock out his opponents. And Fabio Wardley, he can easily win on points with his athleticism as well. But someone is getting knocked out and stopped in this fight. It's quite tough, actually. It is quite tough to call, because I think it should be even, in my opinion. I know Wardley's beat Parker, because that's an amazing victory, isn't it? Stopping Josh Parker. I do make Fabio Wardley a slight favourite because of that. And you can't rule out Fabio Wardley either. Like, I think everyone's ruled out Fabio Wardley in every fight, and he's won. I'll probably predict Wardley to win, and he'll probably get fucking KO by Dubois. And that's the jeopardy in this fight. That's the jeopardy, isn't it? Like, both of them, one of them will get KO'd and stopped, in my opinion. I don't think both of their defenses is great. I think Wardley's defense is better than Dubois, but I think both of them. I do think both of them can get caught with powerful shots. In terms of who I think will win, it's just the inactiveness, isn't it, for Dubois? That's the only problem. He is quite inactive since that Usyk fight. Wardley has been more active. Obviously, beat Parker, was it October, November time? So I just think the athleticism of Fabio Wardley is going to be key. The athletic movement from Fabio Wardley is actually going to be key, and that's what will allow Wardley to stop Daniel Dubois, in my opinion. And I think Fabio Wardley will get yet another statement victory and retain his heavyweight championship, his heavyweight title. And again, it won't be no shame in that for Dubois. The heavyweight division's hot enough, isn't it? It is hot enough, the heavyweight division, at the end of the day. And we do like to see the belts done to someone else, don't we? Like, we do like seeing Wardley beating Parker, which was seen as an upset, wasn't it? Because everyone probably predicted Parker to win. And if Dubois KOs and stops Wardley, I actually would like that as well, to be fair, because at the end of the day, it will show no one's really safe as a champion at the end of the day. And fair play to Frank Warren. Frank Warren is this is why he's probably still the best matchmaker in boxing. Frank Warren, he will put his fighters up against each other. He don't care about the jeopardy. He will put his fighters up against each other. We will see Moses Torma take him down Dubois at some point in the heavyweight division. I'm not sure about Moses Torma versus Fabio Wardley because they both have the same trainer. But yeah, heavyweight division's hot enough, and this is going to be a cracking British domestic fight for the world heavyweight title between these two. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments on all the fights that are predicted down below in the comments. And I cannot wait for this main event between Wardley and Dubois. It's going to be fireworks between the two of them, and someone's getting KO'd and stopped. Who will it be? Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.